What's up, everybody? Alisha here with Terradrift, and not one, but two pieces of rad gear that you're definitely gonna want to keep in your gear arsenal for your next camping trip. Why? Well, because camping just isn't camping without a campfire, am I right? I mean, in what shape do you even set up chairs, and what's the focal point of evening gatherings if there's not a fire in the middle of the campsite? And how are you supposed to roast your veggie dogs and mallows for s'mores without a fire? But with fire bans increasing around the country, camping without a campfire is a reality for a lot of us, which totally sucks. Until now, because now we've got the Ignik Firecan and Growler. Let's start with the Firecan, because this is lit, no pun intended, and will no doubt elicit a gasp of surprise and delight from anyone who lives out west. Why? For the sole reason that this baby means you can have a campfire anywhere, anytime. Yup, even if there's a fire ban in effect. What? I know, right? But how? Because this fire can isn't like a typical campfire. There's no collecting wood, no struggling to light it, no sparks flying. You don't have to worry about whether you put it out sufficiently, which, let's be honest, most people do not know how to do. And there's little to no concern about it starting a wildfire. Because, you see, the fire can functions more like a camp stove, and those are allowed in regions with fire bans because they, A, don't throw sparks, and B, can be shut off immediately without the use of copious amounts of water. That's because camp stoves and the fire can are powered by propane, as in those little green bottles, or the Ignik gas growler, which we'll get to in a sec. As for the fire can, you just pop out the foldable legs, remove the lid, and hook your propane up to the fire can using the included hose. Then you light it. Voila! Instant fire. Bonus, you didn't have to buy or collect firewood, spend 30 minutes trying to get a blaze going with damp logs, spend a few hours watching sparks to make sure they don't land on a pile of dry brush, and then stand by with 3 gallons of water when it comes time to put it all out. What you do have are nice warm flames that are still perfectly suitable for hand warming, fireside chats, and marshmallow roasting. Too easy. Plus, it's raised off the ground to prevent scorching, so you can have a true leave no trace blaze, and even comes with a 5-foot quick release hose and adjustable regulator, which stashes inside the ammo can when not in use. How cool, am I right? But wait, there's more. And it comes in the shape of a miniature propane tank. This is the gas growler from Ignik, and I actually first saw it in action almost 2 years ago when it won an innovation award at Outdoor Retailer. And I was immediately impressed, largely because of the sustainability aspect of this guy right here. Why? How? Because this 5-pound, 1.2-gallon portable propane tank takes the place of those wasteful single-use green propane bottles. Why is that a big deal? Because tens of millions of those things are disposed of every year. Tens of millions! And most of them end up in landfills because they're nearly impossible to recycle. And that sucks. But if you have a propane space heater, a water heater, or camp stove in your camping or van life setup and not a lot of room for a gigantic refillable propane tank, there aren't a lot of other options. Until now. Because with the growler, every time you fill up, you save 5 of those green bottles from getting produced and then tossed into a landfill. And that's a win. That means every time you fire up your camp stove or portable heater or whatever the heck else requires propane in your RV or at your campsite, you're saving a ton of waste. And money. Let's not forget about the saving money. One refill costs about the same as one single-use green bottle. And you can fill it up at many hardware or supply stores that sell propane, no matter where you are in the country. But sustainability aside, let's talk specs. The growler comes with a 4-foot adapter hose with a 1-inch connector that attaches to pretty much every popular 2-burner camp stove and 1/2-inch compatible product like standard home barbecues. They comply with DOT specifications, meaning they're totally safe to transport in your car, your SUV, your RV, or boat, and they're shipped pre-purged and ready to be filled. The deluxe growler kit even comes with this nice protective case, which makes transporting the whole thing super easy. Plus, it has webbing and storage space for tools and such. And yes, oh, that's vegan leather. Use it for picnics, barbecues, van life, road trips, RVing, tailgating, you name it. It's way more portable than those big 15-pound tanks and more sustainable than those little green bottles, so what's not to love? Plus, both of these products are super easy to use together. Just hook up the quick connect hose that comes with the fire can to the growler, make sure the regulator is off, open the growler valve, slowly open the regulator, and light. Too easy. And you have fire in a snap. To shut it all down again, turn off the gas so all the gas in the tube burns out. Then, once the flames are out, turn off the regulator. Disconnect the hose and you're done. No worrying about whether your campfire will spontaneously start back up in the middle of the night and burn down the forest. Not gonna happen. Also, no slaving over a fire just so you can have a little ambiance. I mean, I'm just as much a fan of fire building ritual as the next guy, but you know what? Sometimes it's a pain and you just want a toasty blaze like now. And now you can have that. Huzzah! In any case, we totally dig the Ignik Firecan and Growler. It's gonna revolutionize a lot of camping trips for sure, and reduce a lot of waste in the process. All from a company that puts sustainability at the forefront of everything they do. Way to go, Ignik. So if you want to check out the Ignik Firecan or Growler, or frankly, any of the brand's other heated gear, we'll put a link in the description below. But before you leave to geek out over fires for fire ban regions, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming gear reviews and outdoorsy how-tos, because that would be a bummer. Then check out even more gear reviews and guides, including gift guides, over at Terradrift.com. And follow along with all of our adventures and get sneak peeks at what's coming up on Insta, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Terradrift on all of them. Easy, right? And as always, thanks for watching. Now get out there, enjoy a campfire no matter where the heck you are, and wander on. Seriously, I spent, an hour trying to get a fire going the last time I went camping? It was ridiculous. The wood was damp, it had moss growing on it. That's never a good sign. It took forever, it was a pain, and at one point we were just like, hey, why aren't we using the Ignik? So we did. And that's my story about giving up on fire building and using this rad thing instead, because it's easier. So do that and waste less of those stupid little green bottles. Sorry, stupid little green bottle manufacturers. Don't mean to put you out of business or anything, but you should have made a product that could have been recycled. Just saying. So I'm just gonna keep using this instead because it's easier, it's more fun, and I'm going camping out west soon, so here we go.